I quit my job today without another job lined up. I was pacing around my house the whole day. One click of a finger to call my boss. Should I do it? What do I say? The amount of projects deliverables were causing me physical pain. I felt trapped. I was losing sleep. The company was refusing to replace key staff whose outstanding projects were just falling onto me and a few others. Unrealistic timelines and the curse of a growing company taking on way too many projects than they have resources, bending over to any and all client requests. I finally called at 4:55. I was expecting the worst, but my boss, who is the CEO of the company, was very nice about it. He said he could hear it in my voice during the beginning of the week and had a feeling. He told me I was one of the best people he had worked with and was proud of the tenacity I showed as I joined the company and moved up the ranks in just 2 years. I told him I'll be forever grateful for the opportunity he gave me. I told him I'll follow up with a resignation letter, to which he replied there is no need as him and I don't need to have that formality, and he will always be there to elevate and encourage me in the future. I feel a lot lighter. They say people don't leave their job, they leave their boss. I'm not so sure now if that's what happened to me today. Now I have to focus on finding another job with a clear mind and the confidence that I can. I already have 2 interviews lined up for Friday afternoon. I finally hit my breaking point and quit my job on a Friday. I got my last check in the mail on Monday. They would have fired me that very same day. Toxic environment, exceeding expectations. A job that I was way overqualified for, and a boss that lives and dies for the company and expects you to do the same. And a disease for the disease. You do the company I made it a year there waiting for it to get better. Finally, I quit with nothing else lined up. That was 2 weeks ago. I'm still looking. I wish you the best of luck. You are not alone. If you were in the US, you realize that had they fired you, you would be eligible for unemployment, right? You didn't win by quitting. You just made it so you can't collect unemployment. I hope you find something better soon. Good luck. Dude, are you me? Pretty much verbatim, even timeline. Best of luck. We'll get through this. Better than me. I lasted 4 months from my old job that I quit last month. I quit for the exact same reasons. I'm in the same boat as you looking for jobs. Hope you find one soon. Update your resume and start applying for jobs immediately. Also, for the remainder of January, leave on there that you are still working there. It's valid since it's the same month you quit. In February might be better to switch it ended. They're not going to scrutinize the exact date, they want to know you worked there. Do that while you can. We rare in a recension, so the hiring game is slightly different now, but it's easier to find a job while you have a job. Do not tell recruiters or the next job enter that you resigned. You're still employed there and make up a creative excuse why you were looking for something else. Don't tell them it was toxic. Yeah, I'm ready to do that with Walmart. I have been there for 11 miserable years. I had a planned vacation the first week of January, then my boyfriend had a mass taken off the skinny bone in his leg Dex 28th, so it was perfect that I was going to be on vacation. Now I need to take a leave of absence unless Sedgwick is too much to deal with, then screw them. I can't mentally do this crap job anymore. I am ripping off the bandage and not going back no matter what. I have to wait a couple weeks until my boyfriend can bend his knee and is able to drive to find another job, but I have to do it. I don't care where I have to work as long as I get out of that horrible company. I'm too old for that crap anymore. I have been through so much the last 11 years. I have all the same issues. Been 11 years in December. I hate it there. Like I know I can be happier in life. Like I know I can be happier than I lie. I hate it. Why did you wait 11 years? If I hated a job as much as you hate Walmart, I would have been long gone. Anyhow, I just applied at Walmart. I'll take any job I can get now. I have been on many hiring committees. A gap in employment, especially during this time, is usually easy to explain in the interview process. If you have a reference from a job you left, that will resolve the quitting issue. Go forward with confidence. I just want to go on record and say that I have a 2-year gap in my work history, and it has literally never once come up in an interview. Stop letting jobs tell you how to live. I quit my job just over a year ago due to being extremely underpaid. I work in marketing and was on 21 to manage a whole website, multiple social media channels, do other marketing. I was essentially a digital marketing manager. Had tried multiple times to get a pay rise, change my job description to actually match my role, and improve stuff through official channels, but they weren't having it. The last straw was being made to cry in a 1-to-1. The role was making me mentally unwell, and I just thought, shove it and shove you. My original comment got deleted for using inappropriate language. Lol, sorry. Worked my 4-week notice out of respect for my immediate colleagues and left with nothing lined up. Thankfully got an interview for a much better employer, and was totally upfront at the end that I had resigned from my old job. I framed it positively, as I wanted new opportunities and that I didn't think I could go further in my old role. I got the job. My now manager has said I was the best candidate out of everyone, and they could read between the lines and knew something was wrong with my old role, and not me, as I came across really well personally and obviously knew what I was talking about. I'm now doing really well a year into my new job and love it. It's not always a death sentence like you say. Getting an interview may be harder due to a gap on your application, but once you are at interview, just show you know your stuff and present yourself well. Be positive about your reasons in leaving, and a smart recruiter will be able to read that it wasn't you as an issue. I am doing the same as up tomorrow. I know all companies are different, but I hope this comment rings true in my future endeavors. I know all companies are different. Everyone I know has said the gap is a death wish. From the way you described the final farewell conversation, it seems that you and the CEO had a mentor-mentee relationship. On one hand, he will continue to elevate and encourage you in the future. Sure, sounds supportive. But on the other hand, refuse to replace key worker, to the extent that one of his best people quit. I don't get your CEO anyway. At least you already have 2 interviews lined up. Good luck. From elsewhere in the thread, it looks like she is working for city or county level government in the north of England. If so, her employer's budget has been severely cut by central government and probably stretched in other areas by the coronavirus. My thoughts exactly. I hope all works well for Op, but I feel like his boss, or former boss, I guess I should say, was being nice out of courtesy but was bullshitting 100. You make someone quit because of your crap management and then have the audacity to say that he is one of your best employees and that you will help him whenever possible. The nerve of some people. Sometimes it is hard to rip the band-aid off, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Good luck getting a new job. It is hard for some people. Still left your boss, in my opinion. If he were that good of a CEO and you were such a valued employee, then he would rectify the issue with staffing to get you some help or share out the workload. Dude knew exactly he was pushing it hard and was for sure expecting this to happen eventually. It sounds like Op hasn't brought up these concerns to his boss. He should have had a talk with him before just quitting. My thoughts exactly. Sometimes there isn't a one-button fix for these issues. I don't know the situation, but it's possible the boss was good but had to make bad decisions due to the circumstances. I worked at a job keying insurance claims in a run-down, roach-infested building on 20-year app desktops. After a year, they coached me for being slow and making too many mistakes. Send me through training again. Constant evaluations, threatened to fire me daily. Then I got that month's progress report. I had 100 on speed, and my accuracy had been 99.9. They were putting me through all that stress over the 99.9 percentage. I called my supervisor in a shoal, packed my desk, and walked out. Desk at Malta 16 hours ago. That sounds eerily like my last job. 42 reply share report save. Sounds like a shitty CEO if they were letting you get overworked like that without assigning hiring more help. Don't feel bad about leaving that situation. Best of luck with the job search. The CEO would be in an even worse situation with you gone. He could have hired or given assurance someone. I wonder what they are doing now with all their pending commitments. If you quit a job, you are going to be motivated to find another. Sometimes the fact you have a job keeps you from looking for a job. I have done this, quit a job without one lined up, and it was advice I gave a friend. If you hate your job but too tired to look for another, just quit. With a day or two of rest and the weight of the job off your chest, you may be more energetic to enter the working world. Kudos. The same happened to me. I was so exhausted from my job that I could only go home and sleep, and wake up and do it again. Once I quit, I felt like a new person. Suddenly had so much energy and time. I'm about to put in my 2 weeks notice today, and I have extreme anxiety about it, up to the point where I'm constantly debating what time of day to even have the conversation. I'm mostly just worried that they are gonna think it's a rash reaction to some truly unrelated stressful events of this week, when really I've been planning this for months. Also feeling a bit guilty about leaving coworkers with a huge workload but I guess at the end of the day I shouldn't care what they think. Your mental health and well-being should always come first. I'd recommend letting your boss know at the end of the day. It comes off as more professional and calculated. Best of luck to you. I'm putting my 2-week notice in tomorrow, and I feel the same exact way. Lots of anxiety and not sure when to let my manager know either. Think I'll share end of day. Good luck. I have just done the same today. Not as nicely as the op, but I done it. I know people, family are going to judge me for doing this. I felt trapped in a toxic situation. I have had to do what is best for me. I only kept going so there would be food on the table for Xmas. That's done now. I went back on Mon with the intention of not quitting till I found a new job. But New Year, same bullshit from work, and I've had my gut full. I have spent the last 10 minutes being grateful that I have had a job through all of this, but at what cost? I did the same thing in July of last year for the same exact reason. I applaud your strength to prioritize your own health and well-being. It was a stressful 6 months and around 100 interviews, but I learned some great lessons. I started a new job yesterday. You will get through this. Tam, so happy you did this. I did the same thing but had a very different experience. My job was micromanaging me to the point where I couldn't even do my job because I was constantly being harassed. I would be doing one thing and I would have 50 Teams messages asking me why I'm not doing another thing. Sadly, it was a healthcare organization that cared more about the profit margin than the people served. They undermined me, humiliated me in front of other staff, and there was an incident where an employee was homophobic towards me and nothing was done about it. There was mandatory meetings every day, sometimes several times a day, and the off-hours communication was constant. It was a toxic work environment, and I am so much happier now that I'm free. Best of luck with your interviews. I've been debating leaving my job for weeks. It has gotten to the point it is physically affecting me. Thanks for sharing this. It is weird cause I got this post notification on Reddit just an hour after I had a breakdown at work today. I'm working from home, at which I don't mind at all, but I'm just so done with being micromanaged, rude people, and the politics. Why do I need to be different than I already am, and why should I try to be liked? I'm quitting mine tomorrow. Yay. Miss 397 15 hours ago. Best of luck. Stay strong and vigilant. 42 reply share report save continue this thread. Well, if you need one in short time, try DoorDash or Uber Eats or Grubhub. I lost my job because of COVID and now make an average of $25.30. Miss 397 15 hours ago. Thanks. Will definitely consider. 42 reply share report save continue this thread. Sounds good. In my experience, my interviews went nowhere if I said that I'd quit my precious job Faya, but sounds like you were in a senior position and really needed to quit. Hopefully they paid you enough that you can scrape by while you figure out what you were doing next.
Like and subscribe for more Reddit content. Watch the next video at the top of your screen.